Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to my video series called Bringing It Home, and today I'm sitting here with some friends of mine that I've gotten to know over the last couple of years, and this is Paul and Ramona Blee, and I want to have them share a little bit about their story and with you, and share their daughter with you. So I'm going to turn it over to them and let them talk a little bit about their daughter. So you have a daughter that's missing, and from Colorado, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if I understand it correctly, she is could actually be the longest running open or actively pursued missing persons case in the state of Colorado. Is that correct, or?
Must be very close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Must be very close to that if it isn't.
Okay.
Yes.
No, so how long has it been?
Since November 21st of 1979.
Okay. So it will be 37
years.
this year.
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you tell the audience just a little bit, Marie, kind of just maybe a little bit about, how she disappeared, so they'll know.
She went to a dance, a 4-H dance in the neighboring town of Craig, that's 17 miles away. And when she went out the door, that's the last we saw of her. That was it. We had no idea that, it's not the kind of thing that you're planning on or looking forward to or anything. It just, boom, she was gone. Very hard thing to handle at the time, especially.
And then back then, obviously the situation's a little different as far as, what things you had available to you and how all things got handled, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it wasn't handled very good. And there was a lot of missed cues and stuff that should have been looked at. And it was Thanksgiving Eve, so we'd never have a real good Thanksgiving, like a family, a full family. So, and I don't know, she was always pretty prompt to get home on time, and always called if she was staying with friends or something. There was no phone calls. And for 37 years, there still ain't a phone call. But
For a lot of years, we kept the same phone number in Hayden, just in case.
Hoping she'd call that number.
She would call.
Right. Right. Now, with that amount of time, and what I also kind of hope that we could take this time to do with this, obviously there's a lot of families out there that go through.
That's right.
And you all, with this many years, have obviously learned an enormous amount of things. And I'll tell the audience, we just got through having dinner together, and one of the things I said during we were eating dinner was that even from the very first moment that we met each other, there was just something different, that I knew that they were a really special family, and I told them that it was just something about you guys. There's, even despite what you've been through, you guys have, you just had an aura of peace about it, and it was just something special. And I asked you, which I want to ask you again, is, what would you credit the way you've been able to deal with it? What has got you through all these years?
faith.
It's our faith.
If you had a family sitting in front of you right now, whether their child just went missing, if there was something that, or several things that you would want to pass on to them, what would that be?
Well, you got to keep after the investigators and be the squeaky wheel. And keep the name out in front. And but like Dennis says, you got to put some of the family out in front too, that she was a family person, and just think about the nice things about him.
Well, I want to thank both of you for taking the time to do this. I know this is kind of hard, but I know this is going to benefit others, and I really appreciate everyone taking the time to watch the video, and I would really encourage you to share with others, and most of all, help me to do what I'm trying to do right here, and that's keep hope alive.
All I want is everything I lost, no matter what the cost, 'cause I've already paid. All I want is a memory or two, like the one